Hi guys, this is Chef Uwe again from Rachedia. I'm cooking again at home, and today I'm going to do an asparagus menu. Yes, you heard right, I'm doing a menu. I'm doing a salad with asparagus, with raspberry and blueberry vinaigrette, and then an asparagus soup, and after the main dish, obvious, will be asparagus. So because it's season in Europe now for white asparagus, and where I'm grown up, white asparagus is a big thing, and for about 2 months that's what we eat. So, and I'm really looking forward to. So guys, let's first, the first job is, which I don't like at all, which is peeling the asparagus. Okay, so, and there's different ways, there's a lot of different peelers. Okay, so we have to make sure that we really peel everything, because especially when like this asparagus is a little bit bigger, you can see the skin is very thick. Okay, so when you see here, you see this has to be peeled a little bit thicker. My chef would have said we are wasting too much. So I learned it this way: when we have asparagus which is very thin, to peel it just this way. But what I do now is to go this way, because the asparagus is thick, so it goes a little bit faster, and I have to peel the skin a little bit thicker than normal. So you see, because if we green asparagus, we do not need to peel. We know that, okay, because the skin is not as thick. Okay, so now I check again. See, at the beginning there's still, at the end there's a little bit left. Okay, because it's really not nice to eat if we do that. So now what I do, I peel a few pieces, because I want to keep it for my salad for garnish. Okay, so it's not skin, I'm not going to show that, I'm going to keep that, because I'm just marinating it and use it for garnish for my salad. Okay, so we keep that on the side. Okay, now I'm blending it together. The old way is we use butcher string. I still learned it from my grandmother. Do it this way, butcher string, and then it's it. But now everything is much easier. First I cut it off. So now I have to cut this in two different ways. Number one, I do the end piece, which is not really nice, which I'm going to use for the stock. Okay, so this one I just put it in here with the skin, because I make the stock. And now I'm cutting it again, because I want to have a similar size when I have it on the plate. So I cut it one more time like this, and this is what I use for salad. Okay, so now I'm going back here to my new modern string. My wife surprised me with that when she brought that the other day, because she said, why you use string, this is much easier. And yes, it is, but you have to practice this, I guess. Okay, so put one more to make sure it holds. Okay, so this is what we call a bundle, which is traditionally a pound. And see you in a minute on the stove, because I'm getting the water ready to boil. Now we are going to boil the asparagus. I've shown you how to peel it. So I start first, I put some sugar in the water, not too much, but I need to put the sugar because asparagus is slightly bitter. Now a little bit of salt, and then lemon. I squeeze a little bit of juice, put the whole lemon inside, and butter. So I have to be careful that I don't over season it, because I want to use the stock after for my soup. So I need to make sure it's very tasty. So I put the asparagus aside. Actually, this string is very good. So now I keep it in there, and I bring it to the boil one time, and then I keep simmering it until the asparagus is ready. I would say this will take about 12 to 15 minutes. Yeah, slowly simmer. Okay guys, I think my asparagus is ready, the first bunch. Let me take it out of the water with my new fancy tongue, which was the latest gift from my wife, which I got. So take it out, put it on the plate to make it a little bit easier. So now I check if it's done on the end here, because the end part is always the hardest. The tips are the softest, even before cooking they're soft. Okay, so this one I keep it a little bit with crunch because I want to use this bunch for the salad. So actually I do it in put it in cold water now in a minute, and then marinate it with my dressing. So part one is done, guys. Asparagus is cooked. So even traditional, we do the asparagus, we cook it very soft. My grandmother always said, when you eat white asparagus, you don't need no knife and fork. You maybe have a fork to help you to put it in the mouth, but you don't cut it because it has to be soft. Here is an exception for the salad. Guys, this was part one, how to cook asparagus. Join me for part two when I do Chef Uwe's asparagus salad.